Okay, well let me begin with, I'd like to set the stage for what we're doing and what we're learning. If, is anyone here a conspiracy theorist?
I believe in that, yes.
Yes? So
Certainly.
if you study things like conspiracy theory or all those sorts of things, you know, go on YouTube and look up mind control and those kinds of things, one of the things that you'll find is people claiming that the way different governments work is a certain model. How do you influence the masses? And this is what they claim. And the reason that I want to talk about this is because I find it's an amazingly powerful model for sales and marketing. So this is what
Bush.
Pardon me?
You want to talk about Bush?
I want to talk about the American government. So
No, Bush personally, I was saying.
yeah, if we look at the way what they claim a government would want to influence people. So let's say that the government wants to make changes in society. There's there's a result they'd like to have, they'd like to roll out changes. Well, if they just come out and say, here's what we're going to do, the people might not necessarily go along with it. So according to different speakers and authors, this is what they say. They say the first thing that they do is they create a problem. We've got to create a problem. Problems with food shortages, some kind of disaster or terrorist attack.
But there's many people, workers, working in a company that are mastering that too. They're creating a problem, and then when there's a problem there, they knew before that they're the only one to resolve the problem. So now they're looking at a hero. I've seen that many
Mm-hmm.
times.
They create their value.
Yeah,
That's right.
on a personal level. Okay, so create a problem. What's the next thing they want to a problem? They want a reaction. We've got to create a problem, then we're going to get a reaction. Anger, fear, outrage. And the reaction that we get stir the people's emotions, so they say, do something about this. And then the next part is, oh, since everyone says do something about this, we've got to create a solution. Where the people are saying, do this, we need this solution, how are you going to help us? And then, according to these theorists, they'll roll out exactly the changes they wanted to roll out at the beginning. Now, if we look at that from a sales and marketing perspective, there's a marketing concept is AIDA, attention, interest, desire, action. This is pretty standard in marketing. So the approach is AIDA, attention, interest, desire, action. So according to this approach, first you want to get someone's attention, build interest, build and stir desire, and then from the desire you'll get the action to buy. But I think we can do better than that with problem, reaction, solution. So the first thing is you have to find a problem. There has to be a problem, and once the problem is found, you've got to make that person aware of the problem, aware of the impact of the problem. They might not be aware they have a problem. Aware of the problem, aware of the impact of the problem.
Then okay with Joe? What are you guys talking about?
The extent of the problem. And once they're aware of the problem, the details of the problem, the extent of the problem, how do they react? If you've got a problem,
Okay.
let's say you have a problem but you didn't know we had a problem,
And all of a sudden it's made,
and all of a sudden it's made extremely clear to you, you have this problem, these are the details of it, and let's explore the impact, what's going to happen because of this problem in 3 months, in 6 months, in 5 years. What happens then?
well, within us, within the way people, well, I mean, typically in life, more often than not, I mean, we tend to get defensive when somebody tells us about our own, I guess, faults. This is, I think, for the most part, most people will get that.
We're not telling someone about their faults, we're making them aware of a problem. A
We have
real
the solution.
problem.
We have the solution.
Before the solution. So when if I make you aware of a problem, let's say you have a car,
Yes.
you go out to your car, I look over your car, and I make you aware of a problem that you can clearly see, and you realize that because of that problem, you might be driving along and boom, your car stops. What's going to happen then?
First, personally, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to find out who you are to advise me about that.
Okay, well, let's say that's already established.
Okay.
That's
okay,
got to
okay.
be established already.
Uh,
You become aware of a
I will
problem.
have to take a decision.
Okay, so before that, there's going to be some kind of reaction. There's going to be some kind of emotional reaction.
Fears,
Maybe fears, worries,
worries, yeah.
right? And then from that reaction, you're going to want to take some kind of action. You're going to want a solution.
Sure.
Without this, if you're trying to influence someone, without this model, and you come in with a solution, here's the solution. Well, how will someone react? Well, we don't have a problem. So if you look at a sales page, all marketing is going to work this way. The most effective marketing is going to really make it clear and blatant. There's a problem, here's what the problem is, here's what you didn't know about it, here's the details, here's what's going to happen if you don't solve it. It's going to stir emotions, and then there's going to be the desire for a solution, a need for a solution, and an openness to a solution.